Hi everyone. Ultra Instinct Beef here. Today, we venture into the psychological depths of one of Death Note's most polarizing characters, Misa Amane. On the surface, she appears to be the quintessential bubbly and love-struck idol. But beneath that exterior lies a profound case study in trauma bonding, anxious attachment, and psychological idealization. Chapter 1, Trauma Bonding, the Source of Devotion. Misa Amane's psychological entanglement with Light begins with a traumatic rupture, the murder of her parents. The legal system fails to deliver justice, and Misa is left powerless. Then comes Kira, the mysterious figure who punishes criminals. To Misa, this is not just revenge. It becomes redemption. This marks the onset of what psychologists call trauma bonding. When a victim experiences extreme helplessness and then perceives someone as a rescuer, the emotional attachment formed can be intense and enduring. For Misa, Light Yagami becomes the embodiment of justice, power, and safety. Her emotional connection to Light is not grounded in mutual affection. It is a deeply rooted psychological need. He is not just someone she loves. He is someone she requires for emotional survival. Chapter 2, Anxious Attachment and the Idealization of the Other. Misa exhibits clear signs of anxious attachment. This attachment style often develops in individuals who experienced inconsistent or inadequate caregiving in childhood. The result is a persistent fear of abandonment, paired with a desperate need for closeness and reassurance. When Misa meets Light, her immediate psychological response is idealization. She projects her internal longing for protection and validation onto him. Light is not just handsome and intelligent. He is, in her mind, a divine avenger who brought justice where the system failed. This idealization blurs her ability to see Light clearly. His emotional coldness is interpreted as tactical distance. His manipulation is seen as leadership. She places Light on a psychological pedestal, treating him not as a person, but as a sacred figure. She no longer evaluates Light's actions based on her own values. Instead, she interprets everything he does through the lens of "he is my protector and savior." This results in unconditional loyalty, even when Light's actions are dangerous or morally questionable. Chapter 3, The Collapse of Self, Love as Psychological Actualization. Misa's attachment is not just emotional. It becomes the foundation of her self-worth. By becoming Light's companion and Kira's assistant, she transitions from a vulnerable idol into someone with purpose. Her role in Light's mission gives her life meaning. Even when she is exploited or ignored, she convinces herself that she is irreplaceable. Her identity becomes completely fused with Light's cause. He is no longer just a person in her life. He is the core of her existence. When Light dies, that foundation disintegrates. Misa's identity collapses. The manga subtly implies that she takes her own life. This is not just a tragic end. It is the inevitable result of a life defined entirely by external validation. Her sense of self was never truly her own. Without Light, her internal world becomes a void. Her death is the final symptom of a psychological structure that could no longer sustain itself. Chapter 4. Light's Exploitation, the Reinforcement of Dependency. Light Yagami understands Misa's psychological vulnerabilities and uses them to his advantage. He maintains her dependence through a strategy known in behavioral psychology as intermittent reinforcement. By giving her small doses of affection or attention at calculated moments, he keeps her emotionally invested. This creates a feedback loop. The more inconsistent his affection, the harder she tries to earn it. This is a classic method of manipulating human attachment, especially in dependent personalities. To Misa, these crumbs of emotional validation are meaningful. They keep her loyal, hopeful, and willing to endure neglect. Light's manipulation is not overt cruelty. It is strategic emotional conditioning, and it works precisely because of her psychological wounds. Chapter 5, A Mirror of Real World. While Misa's story is fictional, the psychology behind it is very real. Many people, especially those with unresolved childhood trauma or low self-esteem, form similarly intense attachments in real life. They idealize their partners, tolerate emotional neglect, and sacrifice their own identity for the illusion of love and purpose. These relationships are often misinterpreted as romantic or passionate. In reality, they are survival mechanisms rooted in fear and emotional deprivation. Misa's character serves as a mirror. She reflects the hidden dynamics that exist in many unhealthy relationships. Her devotion is not rare. It is a dramatized version of a very real psychological pattern. Chapter 6, Conclusion. In the end, Misa did not love the real Light Yagami. She loved the idea of light. She loved the protector she imagined, the justice she projected, and the safety she longed for. Her attachment was not to the man himself, but to the meaning she assigned to him. That meaning filled the emptiness left by trauma, fear, and a lack of self-worth. Light appeared dazzling to her, not because of who he was, but because of what she needed him to be. This is the true tragedy of Misa Amain. Her love was not for Light, but for the illusion of redemption and identity that he represented. Thank you for joining me on this psychological deep dive. If you found this analysis thought-provoking, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content exploring the minds of your favorite characters. This has been Ultra Instinct Beef. Until next time, take care.